This video topic is by request. I have had several people in the comments section ask for some basic advice that were disabled or elderly. So today we are going to look at some basic things that a prepper who is in this category should probably be doing in order to be prepared. Keep in mind that nothing is set in stone and that you may need to make adjustments to this list based on your individual needs. But today I'm going to give you some straightforward things to think about. So let's get started in no particular order. Number one, you should be exercising. Naturally, you need to center your workout on something tailored to your particular disability or limitations. But the fact that you are disabled or elderly is no excuse not to be working out. There are some very strong disabled and elderly people out there, and the stronger you are, the less dependent you are on others. Keep your body as strong as you are able to, and it will serve you well. Number two, be prepared to defend yourself. Just because you're disabled or elderly doesn't mean you can't fight. And if for some reason you can't really get physical, that doesn't mean you can't find some other means of defending yourself in a pinch. Can you use a knife, a gun, pepper spray? Have a backup to keep yourself safe. Number three, keep practicing those skills. Being disabled or old doesn't exempt you from honing your survival skills. You may need them more than the average person, and it may also make you an asset to others who are not as skillful as you or who don't have any skills at all. Number four, bugging in. Get used to the idea that being elderly or disabled, it may be very difficult or even impossible, depending upon the severity of your circumstances, for you to get out of Dodge. Because of this, it may be your best option to consider bugging in as your first choice. That is not to say that you shouldn't try to bug out if it comes down to it, but bugging in may be the better option depending upon your situation. Number five, improve your home security. Since there is a stronger possibility of having to bug in, you need to be sure that where you are bugging in is going to be as safe as possible, particularly since it may be harder for you to get around during an event than it is for the average person. Make sure that you have the capacity to secure your home in an emergency now rather than later. Number six, get involved with a survival group. The lone wolf mentality may not serve you depending upon the severity of your condition. Think strength in numbers. You may need the help of others. Think about what you could bring to the table that shows a group that you are an asset. Number seven, always have an emergency bag on hand. Whether it's a bug out bag, everyday carry bag, or get home bag, make sure you have something handy. Being elderly or disabled doesn't mean don't be ready. And odds are, if you are disabled, you have a mobility bag anyways. Modify that bag with survival-minded items. Number eight, stock up on your medical supplies. Many elderly and disabled people need medications and other supplies in order to maintain themselves. Do you have extra supplies on hand for grid down situations? And if so, do you have a plan to ration for prolonged situations? Truthfully, this may be the hardest one on the list due to cost and the medical industry's reluctance to let people build up extra stock. So do the best you can with this one. Number nine, you may want to consider getting a dog. Have a faithful companion at your side. Lord knows they're more loyal than most people, and they may be beneficial in helping you to protect your home. But remember to keep your focus on the training. If the animal is not well trained, it can be more of a hindrance than an asset during an emergency. Also have a plan for the animal's waste as well as their food and water consumption. You will have to prepare for the dog as well as yourself. And number 10, plan well in advance. You, more so than anyone else, needs to have a plan of action and run regular drills to see how well those plans will work. Consider as many possible scenarios as you can and work them out. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And you just knew there was one more, didn't you? Call it number 11 if you will. You should be networking. Reach out to other disabled or elderly people that are prepper minded. There are other disabled and elderly preppers out there. Find them and share your ideas. Share your ideas and pick their brains for theirs. Only you will ultimately know what is best for you based on your disability. And you can learn much from someone else in the same situation who has already been there and done that. Do you have anything that you feel should be added to the list? Please feel free to post your thoughts in the comments section down below. It could be very helpful to others. Do remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it if you can, and subscribe if you are new. Be sure to hit the notifications icon so you can be alerted as to when new content comes out. So as always, stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.